Hi everyone, this is Ms. Kim coming to you from the Web Savvy Cafe. So let's get started. Today's topic is going to be on inserting and deleting columns, rows, and multiple columns and rows. So let's get started. So let's begin with the concept of inserting a row. Let's say that if I wanted to add an additional row to this mix here, but for some reason I wanted it to be in the middle and I didn't want to come down and type in a new row. Well, I would click on, in this instance, the number 5, and you can see that the whole row has been highlighted. So I can either click on the 5 or anywhere in this highlighted row, and what I want is a new row to be placed right above row 5. So I'm going to right click my mouse and then left click insert rows, and when I do that, you can see that the new row actually came above the area where I was, and it put the row right here at number 5. Now I'm going to redo that so you can see that again, because it's very important to see that the row that is being selected, that is the row that the new row will replace. So I'll do it again and I will click insert row, and you can see it there. Now if I wanted to delete a row, and let's say I didn't want row 8 any longer, I wanted to get rid of it, then I can click anywhere on this bar, right click my mouse button, and then come down to delete rows, and you want to left click, use your left mouse button to do that. Now watch, right now the row 8 is highlighted. Once I click delete row, watch what happens. So now, as you can see, it did not delete the numbers off of that row. See, that's something different that we'll talk about in another topic segment. And what happened was it actually moved the row that was directly beneath row 8, and it moved that up in place of the row that was there. So I'll show you again. I'll do undo, and that's why I put the numbers here. You can see it says 2007. That was not there, so I will delete it again. Right click, left click, delete row. So row 8 is still there, but there are new data points that have been inserted there, and it was the row that used to be row 9 that moved directly up into that space. So now you can see how that works. So I'm going to go up and do an undo, and then as far as row 5 being gone, I'll do another undo, and now everything is set the way it used to be. So now we're done with looking at rows, and now we can do the same thing with columns. So for a column, I can click on the top letter on the horizontal axis, the same way I clicked on the numbers on the vertical axis or the x-axis. Right now we're on the y-axis, and let's say I wanted a column between March and April. So you can see I have the F column or April column highlighted. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click anywhere where it's highlighted and come down and left click insert column. And as you can see, now there's a column here that's blank that's been inserted. and it's there where I can put any type of data in it that I want. And you can see that it inserted it to the left of this column. So the same way when we inserted rows that it inserted above, this one is going to insert to the left. And I'm going to click undo, and then I will show you how, if I wanted to delete a row. So let's say I wanted to delete a column, pardon me. Delete the column I, July. I will go ahead and make sure that the whole column is highlighted, and I will right click anywhere in that column and then left click delete columns. Now you can see July is no longer there, and everything when that column was deleted shifted over to the left to fill that space. Can you see that? Now it's August that's underneath the I column. So the one thing I'd like for you to notice is that these letters on the horizontal axis, they never change. Neither do the numbers on the vertical axis. The data within, or the labels that we might have within the spreadsheet or the worksheet, as some call it, and the worksheets are within the workbook. Those are the items that change. So I'm going to click undo right now so you can see that column has come back now. Okay, so we've finished with that feature. Now, the last thing I want to show you is if we wanted to delete multiple rows and multiple columns. And it's not hard at all. If I wanted to, let's say, delete column 4, 5, and 6, the only thing I would do is I would left click, which is normal, on row 4, and then I would hold my shift key and then left click on row 6. And as you can see now, those are highlighted: 2004, 2005, and 2006. I'm going to right click anywhere within where it's highlighted and click delete rows. Now watch the numbers on the left, 4, 5, and 6. Now do you see how 4, 5, and 6 did not change? But the years here, 2004, 2005, and 2006, are no longer there. That's because those rows have been deleted and the rows beneath them shifted up into their place. That's all that happened. And I'm going to undo it. And now I'm going to show you if I wanted to insert. Now here's a good way to understand and not get confused about the rows that you're inserting. Let's say I wanted to insert 3 rows and I wanted them to be between 3 and 4. Well, the number of rows that you want to insert are the number of rows that you click on. And if I want it to be between, let's say if I want the rows to be above the number 4, then I would click on the number 4, and then I want 3 rows. Now watch this. And then I right click within, and then I click insert rows. Now watch carefully. Now did you see right where I wanted it to be inserted is right where it was inserted. I clicked on 4, 5, and 6, and I wanted 3 rows, and it gave me 3 rows at 4, 5, and 6. So those rows that I wanted are going to be between 3 and 4 per se. I guess I shouldn't have said between 3 and 4, but it's going to be after 3 because I clicked 4, 5, and 6, and so those will show up after 3. Now I will undo that, and then I'll show you by using, let's say I wanted 2 rows this time, and I wanted it to be after the number 4. So I click on the number after it, shift, click on the number 6. All of this is with the left key, left mouse key. Then I right click anywhere within the rows that have been highlighted, and I insert the rows. Now, pay attention because I have 2005 highlighted. Insert rows. Now, as you can see, oh, I'm sorry, I must hit it twice. Pardon me. Let me go back. And I'll do it again. So I'm going to click on 5, shift, click on 6, right click, and then click insert rows. And as you can see, 5 and 6 are still there. This area here, 2005 and 2006, moved down to give space for the 2 rows that I'm inserting. Next, we'll go to inserting and deleting multiple columns. So the same way that I did on the left, it works the same for the horizontal axis. I'm going to click on April. I'm going to click on the column above April, F, Shift, G. So I'm using my left mouse button. And I'm going to right click anywhere within and click Insert Columns. Now, what do you think is going to happen? I'll give you a moment. Where do you think these columns are going to end up? So I clicked Insert Columns, and they ended up right where I had clicked F and G. So that makes it very easy to understand. Where you click is where they're going to be inserted. Now I am and understand something. Because you don't see something here, doesn't mean that what was there was deleted. It was just shifted over to the right. Now I'm going to undo, and now I will show you how to delete. So I have these already highlighted, and I right click, and then I click Delete Columns. Now watch carefully. The letters at the top will not change, but the labels will, and I will show you how. Now, did you see? Now there's June and July here. Not April and May. There used to be. April and May have been deleted. Those columns that were in F and G have been removed or deleted, and then the data shifted left to fill that. And that's why we have June and July. Now I'll just click undo just so you can see what was there. And that's really all there is to it. You can take a look at this again, and then you can try this out yourself by filling in data into a worksheet or a spreadsheet within a workbook. And I'm sure you can do it. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. But I have every faith in you, as always, that you can do it. Have a nice day, and I hope that this tutorial has been very helpful. Bye-bye now.